Alright, Jola here, and this is my show, Moderate Migraines, Episode 1. Today we are going to talk about the abortion bill signed in Alabama. I think it was yesterday. This bill bans all abortions, only exempting when there are health implications involved that require an abortion. And what I want to talk about is basically the political discussions centering around this bill. Mainly how everyone should be able to agree that they disagree with what Alabama is doing, because over 75% of the nation disagrees with Alabama. You could take any state in the country and you will not find one state where over 25% or even at 25% of the people agree with Alabama. That means every single state in the US has no more than 25% that are in agreement with Alabama, which also means 75% of the US disagrees with Alabama. It's probably more than 75%, because think about those numbers. That means even in the most conservative states, the most liberal states, not any state has the support for this type of bill that eclipses 25%. So right there is something we can all agree on. Okay, we all have different opinions, pro-life and pro-choice. We put ourselves into different boxes. But what I'm asking people is, how about we try to just come together and say, you know what, we have our differences, but Alabama is crazy. This is a radical authoritarian idea that does not make any moral sense, does not make any social sense, does not make any political sense. And all over the board you can see that both pro-choice and pro-life people disagree with what Alabama is doing. There actually was a poll by Gallup polls that said that 60% of pro-lifers believe there should be exemptions in abortion prevention laws for pregnancies that came about from rape or incest. That means there are 60% of pro-lifers that agree with the stance that people who are pro-choice can take. So although that is a very thin line that we can agree on, I think we should take that little bit that we can agree on and work from there. And we should all band together on that principle that, okay, we do not agree on what is right, but we can all agree that what Alabama is doing is completely wrong, misguided, and it is just very unjust for our society as a whole. So as you're talking on Facebook, talking on any social media platform, engaging in any sort of political discourse, please try not to see yourself as a singular, don't box yourself into a pro-life, pro-choice, Republican, Democrat, conservative, or liberal box. We have a very broad spectrum of ideas in our society, and we should be allowed to express those. Do not hold yourself back. You look at something like this issue, like Alabama, we shouldn't be arguing over it. This is a point we can agree. We should just agree that this is the wrong thing. It's really hard to agree on what's right, but this should be something that's easy to push back against.